play. Say yo, watch them correct. Got you all in check. I got that eggnog that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Bust the rhymes up in the place. True indeed. Yes, I can reckon that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide knockouts make the world stand. Man, charge, now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to baby, vice Q-tip, unleash I need. Watch me.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today we start the new year with an NFC matchup out west, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Seattle. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Purdy going to the air right away. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Purdy now to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one. We're just barely complete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
McCaffrey. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Second and goal from the 1. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! George Kittle taking it in. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Seahawks nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Oh, what a move. shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with the option. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time unwrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
For a Seahawks.
Now back to throw. Finding Walker, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's second and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Now Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got room at the 30. And down to the 27-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 7-7, our score after one.
And goal at the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defense.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They go play action here on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll set up a throw. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it won't leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So here's a 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Elijah Arroyo, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy. That is caught. And some room to run now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Big yardage now on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I've met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker to third. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on fourth. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass caught by Pearson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker. Wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Throwing here, Purdy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Purdy from the gun. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Purdy tosses out wide, complete. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick here is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and 4. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. They'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Purdy looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Purdy from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
53-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Seahawks First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up second and goal.
18, come on, 7 targets. 7 targets. Let's go. Bronco 80. Points for the ball. 18, Rattler. 18.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown Seattle. Elijah Arroyo making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get him.
They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Seahawks take over.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Forced out to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
But they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
19 target, 19 Lions.
They'll set up to throw. Get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Tigers take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Purdy. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. Gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now, as you noted.
And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Purdy now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
San Francisco.
Purdy will look to throw again here. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Shotgun now with Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall.
Purdy's pass. To Ricky Pearsall. It's a gain of 13. But it's third down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Purdy sets up to throw again. That is intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
6-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Complete. Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Back to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Here's second down.
Cowboy 80, Dragon 60.
Back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
Cup 19, Cup 19, 19, 18, 5 here. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Got to try it here, and he's back to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now a 2nd and 6. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. 31 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
My haters, I wish them well. Get up on my level, I'm sending them straight to hell. We all in your city, your name ain't ringing the bell. All this motion on my cell, you would think I got it for sale. It was Friday, I met him up by the shell. He took me to the bank, cause he sent me too much for Zelle. Keeping secrets, he know that I never tell. It's a bird, it's a plane, oh, it's coming in through the mail. I'm a lane switcher, shapeshifter, gold grill, plain so I could heal the pain quicker. 8-figure, just set way quicker. Made if I'ma go to date with ya.
I ripped it. All these on my two first no